hope these things begin to really radiate throughout the world and people really begin to see these things and wake up more and more so that, we have a chance that we won't turn the wrong way and see that this technology and all of these things and see it in a bad way and want to rise up in revolution and take up guns because, we're going to lose our jobs. But if people really begin to awaken and really, you know, like Jesus says, become born again, you'll see far beyond that you're far beyond your work and your job and all of these things, and that you still can survive. There still will be a purpose for us when we come together under this. But the real problem is if, if many of us don't come together in this realization and wake up, then, some of these people that realize some of these things that are going on have more of a chance to, use this technology in a way against us, I guess in a negative way to enslave all of us, which is possibly what can happen, because there are certain people that have an understanding of how a lot of these things in the world work, and they use it to only benefit themselves. And, it gives more of an opportunity for those people to, control us and, really use the technology to enslave all of us and, who knows, maybe mass murder us or whatever so that they can have, what they think that they're going to get. But I don't think it's going to happen that way. I don't believe they're going to get their illusion of what they want. I don't believe God's going to allow it to happen. And I think it's going to be it's a really positive thing that's coming upon us in the future here. And we only have, if you're free in God, then you only have happiness and joy to look forward to. And just continue to go through those suffering moments when you are still, be still and know God. And in those moments when those things rise up, just sit through them, sit through the pain, sit through the suffering. Even at times for me still, I have to sit through a little bit of pain and suffering and things that are coming up within me. And if I just sit through them for a few minutes and allow that suffering to pass and just see that it's thoughts and go through it, it just disappears. It goes into nothing. And I'm back into the place of peace and joy because, God keeps us on the high mountain. We're high above all of these things. So they can't harm us and hurt us. But we can't react wrongly to them. We have to see that that is what we've been doing, is we've been reacting wrongly to the thoughts that come. We respond wrongly to the things that other people have said about us or the things that we've seen in the world. Whatever it is, we've had an image and a thought in our mind about it, and then we react to that in the wrong way. We have too much of an opinion about it, and that's judgment. And when we do that, essentially we're becoming God for ourselves. We're saying that, I'm God and I know best by doing that. We don't realize that we're doing that, and it doesn't seem like that's what we're doing. But that's what we do. We're assuming the place of God and making a judgment. And that judgment is always wrong, and that judgment is what causes us suffering. It's what causes the suffering. It's what causes the anxiety and depression and all the things within us. So we have to be willing to live an honest life, because to be able to find your real self and die to yourself, you have to be honest. You have to be really honest with yourself, really honest with what you're doing, and really see that, there's maybe a new pathway for you to go. There's a new path for you to take that was always meant for you to take, that's going to lead to, goodness and joy and ultimate giving, because we're dead. And that's what you're seeing, is that that's what your purpose is here to do, is to give freely and, to help the world, to help the people around you, to help your communities. And, to not destroy them, to not, you know, only hold these illusions and these lies within us, but basically allow ourselves to be a work of God only. That's what I've been doing for the last several years. I don't even know how long it's been, but I've realized what's been going on with me and how I've tried to assume the place of God and make myself create my own self. But we can't create our own self. We can't create ourselves, because what we try to create through these judgments, through responding wrong and then making judgments, is we fall into an illusion. And in that process, we're playing this small God and trying to create our life, which God has already created our life in the Spirit when we are able to let all that go and stop making judgments, stop responding wrongly, stop having such a strong opinion, and just be still and practice that and work in that. Then the work of God comes, which is our real self. And this power of God will change us, and we'll see the real work of God, the real power of God, the real miracles of God, which is nothing that we could try to create out of our own power and our own strength. But it's something that God is pouring the power into us to do, because we freed ourselves up from all the blocks. We've been holding on to all this resistance and all these things that have been blocking us from being able to really receive the true power of God, that's going to be able to really make change. It's going to really be able to make that transformation. So that's what I pray for all of you, that we have this transformation. So that's it.